What is important to get a message across to the audience?
Well, the most important thing is, of course, delivering the right message to the right customer. I can say traditionally we haven't been very good at that. For instance, you're communicating you're sending the same communication to the same customer who's buying a high-end brand and someone who's buying only in the outlet or the discounted products. You're sending, if it's raining in Copenhagen, then you're sending a raincoat campaign to Spain and so on. So I haven't really been very good into that, and we are, in the way we communicate, we have seen that it's very important delivering the right message to the right customer and understanding the need of that customer and what kind of message do we want to deliver, who is the customer, and so on. So I would say that is very important, and that is related once again to the keyword that I've now mentioned tens of times, and that is engagement. If it's not relevant for the person seeing the campaign, they will not engage with it, and then you will not get any effect of it. It's a waste of money and time. So.
And in that process, how do you use creativity to boost the impact?
Well, of course, creativity is quite important. The visuals, I would say, are very important into attracting the people to interact with the campaign, or if there's a banner or whatever that is, a search ad, etc. You're of course also limited in a way if it's a text ad, then of course you can't be that creative. Then you need to be creative in the way you build up the wording, and you're limited in the number of words you can have. So you really need, once again, to deliver the message within the frame that you have for that specific kind of audience and that platform.
So again, the creativity is all about targeting the customer in the right way, meeting them where they are.
Correct, but that is not only off-site. Well, then also coming to our site, it's also very important that we show also the right content. Otherwise, we have succeeded with the first part, driving the traffic in, but then if they can't find whatever they're looking for within those 70,000 products, then of course we have failed. And we will see that in the tracking of the campaign. So it's very important that you have the red thread. If we're launching a specific campaign, or if it's, for example, on TV, then you have those creatives on TV, you have them on the mobile shop, you have them on the desktop version, in your ads, in your banners, etc. So there is some kind of a red thread, however you're communicating with the consumer. So it's quite important.
Talking about the campaigns, what types of content do you use in your campaigns?
The messages, you mean? Or different messages depending on what kind of a period that is. We are moving towards having inspirational content to the customers, but there are also, just like everyone else, there are sales messages that attract other group of people. There are cool and creative campaigns that create high engagement. So it's a broad majority. You can also have trends and you can have recommendations for a specific customer. So it's quite broad. We're actually, as I said before, we're testing a lot of different stuff. And we're seeing actually the limits of, we have a lot of data, we're seeing what limits we can do within the frame of not disturbing the customer and doing whatever is right for a specific market. For example, you have a customer who has looked at a specific brand or a specific product, then you don't need to wait until, if you know who the customer is and we have the email address based on a cookie or whatever, maybe you don't need to wait until they put that into the basket and then they drop in the checkout process. If you know who that customer is and they are newsletter subscribers, for instance, then you can actually communicate that and say, hey, you've looked at that product. Are you interested? Here are some other similar products to it. And if you're building that based on data, then you can auto-generate a lot of those kind of stuff, but still, they need to be personalized. So it's the right message for that specific customer.
In all those messages, across all those different platforms, Facebook pages, chat on the homepage, etc. How do you secure a consistent tone of voice across media?
It's quite difficult, to be honest, as we are present in a lot of different places. But the media that we control ourselves, we are always trying to review. We have, of course, we have a roadmap of activities. So we are ensuring in the process that when we are launching a specific campaign or a specific creative, that it is communicating on all our platform. So if you go to our homepage, whatever campaign that is, it's the same one that you will get on the newsletter. If it's relevant for you, you will see it on the mobile shop and then on social media. A generic version of it, because that is a picture that is seen by everyone, and so on and so on. So as I said, there's a tough combination about being very broad and communicating with guy, girl, and communicating to men and women, and for parents buying products for their kids. So having that all together, you understand that it's quite a tough job, and I think we're doing quite well, but there's always room for improvement.